Hello everyone and welcome to Old Coins TV channel. If you love exploring the world of coins, their history, value, and rare discoveries, you've come to the right place. Here, we'll share exciting information about coins from around the world, from ancient treasures to modern currency. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss our latest videos. The 1954 D1 cent is one of the most historically respected and quietly valuable coins of the classic Lincoln wheat cent era, representing a powerful chapter in mid-20th century American coinage, struck during a time when the United States was rapidly rebuilding its economy after World War II and entering a new age of industrial strength, innovation, and national confidence. Minted at the Denver Mint, identified by the small but important D mint mark beneath the date, this penny belongs to the legendary wheat cent series that ran from 1909 to 1958, a series loved worldwide for its simple beauty, strong copper composition, and deep historical meaning. The 1954 D cent was produced in an extremely large mintage of over 251 million coins, which shows how great the demand for everyday money was in post-war America as families bought homes, automobiles, appliances, and consumer goods that defined modern life. Despite the high mintage, truly high-grade examples of the 1954 D penny are surprisingly difficult to find today because most were heavily used in daily commerce for decades, causing wear, scratches, and loss of original red copper color, making untouched mint state examples much more valuable than many people expect. This coin carries the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, showing Lincoln facing right, with the words, "In God We Trust," above his head, "Liberty," on the left, and the date 1954 with the D mint mark on the right. The reverse design displays two elegant wheat ears framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, with the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, at the top, symbolizing unity, agricultural prosperity, and national growth. The coin is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a rich reddish-brown color when fresh from the mint, which is why collectors classify these pennies into red (RD), red-brown (RB), and brown (BN) color designations, with fully red examples being much rarer and far more valuable. What truly makes the 1954 D penny special to collectors is its reputation for having many coins struck with weaker detail compared to Philadelphia Mint issues of the same year. Strongly struck, sharply detailed 1954 D cents, especially those with blazing red surfaces and clean fields, are far more scarce than the huge mintage numbers suggest. In circulated condition, this penny is common, but in mint state grades such as MS65 red or higher, it becomes a premium collectible that can sell for impressive prices because of how difficult it is to find with perfect color, minimal marks, and full wheat line detail. Some coins also show interesting die varieties, minor doubling, and repunched mintmark features that further increase desirability among advanced collectors who love searching for hidden mint errors and unique characteristics. Beyond its collector value, the 1954 D Lincoln cent is deeply meaningful as a cultural artifact. It reflects an era when pennies were made of real copper, had strong buying power, and passed through the hands of families who lived during a time of optimism, suburban growth, and industrial expansion. Children saved these pennies in jars, adults used them in corner stores, and soldiers returning home spent them on simple pleasures, giving each surviving coin a quiet story of everyday American life. Today, owning a 1954 D penny is like holding a small but powerful piece of living history, an object that connects modern collectors to the heartbeat of 1950s America, its economy, its values, and its people. For many collectors, the 1954 D Lincoln wheat cent is not just a coin, it is a symbol of an era when copper money truly mattered, when craftsmanship was strong, and when even a single cent carried dignity, durability, and deep historical soul. The 1954 D1 cent, widely known as the Lincoln wheat penny, stands as one of the most historically meaningful and quietly respected copper coins in American numismatic history, representing a powerful symbol of post-World War II economic rebuilding, national confidence, and everyday life in mid-20th century America, and it was produced at the Denver Mint, identified by the small d mint mark placed just beneath the date on the obverse side, during a time when the United States was rapidly expanding its industrial output, suburban communities, transportation networks, and consumer markets, creating massive demand for circulating coinage to support growing businesses, grocery stores, gas stations, movie theaters, and countless small shops across the country, which is why the 1954 D penny was struck in a huge mintage exceeding 251 million pieces. Yet despite this enormous production, truly high-grade surviving examples have become surprisingly scarce today because most of these pennies were used heavily in circulation for decades, exposed to pockets, purses, humidity, handling, and natural wear that slowly dulled their original bright red copper color into brown tones, making well-preserved mint state coins far more desirable and valuable to collectors. While the coin itself features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, showing the beloved president facing right with the motto, "In God We Trust," boldly above his head, the word, "Liberty," to the left, and the date 1954 with the Denver Mint mark to the right, while the reverse side carries the legendary wheat ear design that gave the series its famous name, displaying two detailed wheat stalks framing the inscriptions, 1 cent, and United States of America, with the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, at the top, symbolizing agricultural abundance, national unity, and the hard-working spirit of the American people, and the coin was struck in a classic composition of 95% copper with 5% tin and zinc, giving it a rich, heavy feel and warm reddish glow when new, a glow that collectors today classify into red, red-brown, and brown color designations, with fully red examples being much rarer and commanding significantly higher prices, especially when graded at levels such as MS65 red or higher, where surface quality, strike sharpness, and original luster must be nearly perfect. And interestingly, the 1954 D issue is known among collectors for having somewhat weaker average strike quality compared to some Philadelphia Mint issues, which means coins showing strong detail in Lincoln's hair, beard, and coat, as well as full, sharp wheat lines on the reverse, are notably harder to find and therefore more sought after. And beyond technical details and market value, this penny holds deep cultural meaning because it circulated during a golden age of American optimism when families were buying their first televisions, suburban homes, and automobiles, children were collecting spare change in glass jars, and soldiers returning from wartime service were building new lives, allowing each surviving 1954 D penny to silently carry the fingerprints, stories, and everyday experiences of millions of people, turning it into far more than just a piece of copper but rather a small, powerful time capsule of 1950s American life, economic growth, craftsmanship, and national pride, which is why today collectors around the world treasure the 1954 D Lincoln wheat cent not only for its beauty and copper content but also for its emotional, historical, and cultural value as one of the last classic wheat pennies before the series ended in 1958. The 1954 D Lincoln wheat 1 cent also holds a special place in the study of minting technology and quality control of the 1950s, because it was produced at a time when the Denver Mint was operating heavy, fast-moving coining presses designed to meet the enormous national demand for small change, and this high-speed production environment sometimes resulted in coins with softer strikes, minor planchet flaws, light die wear, and subtle die state variations, which today provide collectors and researchers with a fascinating window into how American coins were actually made in that era, as many 1954 D cents display slightly blurred details in Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks compared to earlier decades. Yet examples that escape these issues and show crisp lettering, bold rims, and strong central detail are now considered premium survivors, often commanding much higher collector interest and market values. And because the coin was struck in solid copper alloy rather than modern copper-plated zinc, it has proven remarkably durable over time, resisting corrosion better than many later issues and allowing countless pieces to remain in collectible condition even after decades of circulation. And interestingly, some 1954D cents have been discovered with minor repunched mint marks, small die cracks, and light doubling, which add further appeal for variety collectors who enjoy searching rolls, estate hoards, and old collections for unusual or scarce die varieties. While historically the year 1954 itself reflects an important moment in American society marked by growing automobile culture, suburban expansion, early space-age imagination, and rising household prosperity, meaning that this penny quietly circulated through diners, school cafeterias, corner stores, candy shops, and gas stations at a time when a single cent still had meaningful purchasing power, reinforcing its emotional significance today. And as a result, many collectors view the 1954D penny not merely as a coin but as a symbol of stability, hard work, and mid-century American values, making it a cherished and widely respected issue within the Lincoln Wheat Cent series and a favorite among both beginner and advanced numismatists who appreciate its combination of historical depth, copper richness, and enduring charm. The story of the 1954D Lincoln Wheat Cent becomes even more fascinating when viewed through the lens of long-term preservation, collector psychology, and modern market behavior. Because although millions of these pennies still technically exist, the number of coins that remain in truly original, uncleaned, high-quality condition has been steadily shrinking for decades due to careless handling, improper storage, cleaning, polishing, melting, and simple loss, which has quietly transformed what was once considered an ordinary everyday coin into a steadily appreciating collectible. Especially in fully red mint state examples that still glow with the fiery orange-red copper luster they had when first leaving the Denver mint presses. And in the world of professional grading, coins certified as Mississippi 66, red or better are now considered premium condition rarities, often forming the pride of advanced Lincoln Cent collections, because such coins show clean fields, minimal contact marks, sharp lettering, and vibrant eye appeal. And many collectors who grew up in families that used wheat pennies still feel a strong emotional connection to these coins, often remembering childhood memories of finding them in pocket change or saving them in jars, which adds a powerful nostalgia factor that continues to drive demand. And interestingly, the copper composition of the 1954D cent has also attracted attention from metal value enthusiasts because it contains nearly 3 grams of solid copper, making it heavier, richer, and more substantial in hand than modern zinc-based cents, further enhancing its appeal as a real money artifact. And as time continues to pass, more of these pennies disappear into private collections or become damaged beyond collectible use, meaning that well-preserved examples quietly grow scarcer each year, ensuring that the 1954D Lincoln Wheat penny will remain a respected and steadily rising classic among American coins, admired not only for its beauty and history but also for the sense of permanence and authenticity that only solid copper coinage from the mid-20th century can provide.